Hey guys, Mike the Alpha Hoarder here, and today I want to show you something that's really, really special. This is my crown jewel. This took me forever to put together. More money than I'm willing to talk about. But I absolutely love what I ended up with. I've said it before, I look at these cards every single day, and I mean specifically this binder. I look at this every single day. This is where it's at. This is the good stuff. So I wanted to show this to you. I wanted to document it. This is my complete near mint alpha set. And I'm just going to page through this binder and talk a little bit about what it's like to get some of these cards. So I'm old-fashioned. I sort alphabetically. I know that changed a little bit later in Magic's history, but not for me. So the interesting one on this page, of course, is the Ancestral Recall. This is actually not a near mint card. It's still nice. I don't know if I'm going to bother pulling it out. You can see the edge wear. Certainly decent condition. I would put it at MP. I'm okay with that because I happen to have this guy. Some of the first power that I got with these 9.5s, I've got more than one alpha power at 9.5. The price was not what it is today, to say the least. But I needed a copy for my binder, so I got this one. Let's see what else is on this page. You know, Aspect of Wolf is actually pretty hard to find if you look around. I don't know why. I really not a player, a collector, so I'm sure that people have insight. I don't know if this was a playable card or if it was completely unplayable, so no one kept them, but it's hard to find that card in near mint. Took me a while to get that one. Okay. The Duels. Gotta love some Duels. They look so good with the black border. Birds is hard to find. Impossible to find centered unless you're willing to pay an absolute fortune. Mine's decent. Can't complain. Don't complain at all, actually. I love this card. Flying //. Ooh, Black Lotus. So, right here. Gorgeous card. I love it. Absolutely love it. So clean. Centering isn't ideal. You know, I actually think they overgraded the centering. Although I think they undergraded the corners and overgraded the centering. But anyway, yeah, look at that guy. Whew. Can't get enough. This card's really easy to find centered. This card in Farmstead, you can get those just looking perfect. It'll cost you about $1,000, but it's pretty easy to find. Chaos Orb is tough to find. It's the one card that required people to spin it around and drop it, usually onto the pavement, so you don't get too many copies that aren't all beat up. Another one that's really hard to find. This was one of the last ones I added to the collection. And man, the last 2 years, this project became extra expensive. I love Cyclopean Tomb. So creepy. Demonic Tudor is my favorite card. I'll show you separately. I got a global set of this, including Summer Magic. I just love that card. It's dark. Doug Schuler. Great stuff. One of those haunting cards that really planted its foot in the nostalgia value. Not a super popular card, but this was actually really hard to find for a couple years. A few have shown up on the market in the last 6 months, but for like a year and a half before that, I could never find that card. This card, I just picked up a second copy of this for like $2,500. I think that's just underpriced for a nice copy of this card. I don't know why. I don't know why it's selling that cheap. I guess the economy and wars and all kinds of madness going on. Only idiots like me are buying Magic cards. But there you have it. Force of Nature is hard to find. The iconic ones are all hard to find. Fork. I think there's like one copy of this on eBay. It's that dude in Hawaii. I forget his name. He just lists all of his cards for $10,000. I don't think he actually wants to sell anything. He just likes to show the collection off. And he has a hell of a collection he's got. I'm told there's a dude somewhere that's obsessed with Helm, which is why this card is so hard to find. Supposedly he's got a whole bunch of copies. I don't know if that's true, but he like ate that entire market. Good old Icy. This is one of my worst condition cards. It looks really nice, right? But unfortunately, it is warped. Yeah, all the way down. But it is way too pricey to replace just for that, because the eye appeal on that, as far as I'm concerned, is great. This guy's hard to find too. Another one that's very hard to find. I don't love signed cards, but it's the only copy I could find. And this one's nice. I think I got this from Card Kingdom not that long ago. Teton. I mentioned him a couple times. I love his art. The big one on this page, of course, is the mountain. A blue mountain. Go figure. My Moxes are not 9.5s. I collected these later in the game, and the prices were just going so nuts. So I had originally thought I'd put together a 9.5 set of the power, but that just isn't going to happen. So some of these, my Jet is really nice. My Pearl is really nice. My Emerald is not. You can't tell too well. It's one of the reasons I put the white border around it. But there's actually some edge wear there that's not so pleasant. Sapphire's pretty decent. And Nightmare's hard to find. One of the iconic ones that everybody just wants to hold on to, I guess. Here's a Drew Tucker dual land. Love that guy. The Care Ridges, the Hydra, the Royal Assassin. Those cards rarely hit the market and rarely in good condition. It's very hard to find them. This guy too, I was astonished. These cards, it's like $6,000 to $8,000 to get a real nice condition troll these days. And they're just not for sale. You just can't find them. Sarah comes up a lot, even though she's iconic, but she's usually really beat up. Vampire you can get, it's not too hard. Shivan, here's one of the real classics. Impossible to find. One sold recently on eBay. I think it was an 8.5. I want to say it was a bit of a dubious seller, but it sold for like $5,000, which I think was just completely underpriced. So whoever got that, congratulations to you. I was bidding on that, but someone got me at the end. This one's pretty nicely centered, which was difficult to find. Gotta love those duels with the black border. Time Vault, that's another Tidin. Time Twister is another Tidin. This one also, I should have gotten, I had the choice between Time Twister. Oh, where's my Time Walk? I had the choice between the 9.5 Time Walk and the 9.5 Time Twister. At the time, this card was more expensive and more sought after. It was before, you know, Time Twister kind of went crazy, and I regret the order I ended up doing it. Although I've always loved this card more. This art, Amy Weber, I'm not a huge fan of all of her stuff, but this is my favorite single piece in all of Magic. It's just so cool. So these are both very nice, but you know, this is obviously not 9.5. Mainly the centering. It's pretty clean otherwise. I didn't grab the slab. This is in my display case. Oh, Underground Sea. This was the last card I added. This was the card that let me complete the set. For the longest time, I was chasing a nice condition one. Impossible to find, as you can imagine. And completely impossible to find at an affordable price. So I swung as far as I could for this one. Very nice card. And so when I got this, my set was complete. You know, I just thought of this as we were panning through. This is Doug Schuler. This is the same mountain that's in Demonic Tudor, isn't it? Hold on a second. Yeah, look at that. So I guess the Tudor's hanging out with the volcanic eruption in the background. This is another one of those cards. It's not one of the most expensive rares, but it's just so hard to find. It's almost never on the market. So if you want one, when it pops up, grab it, because they don't come up often for whatever reason. And then this lady, of course, she is almost as hard as the Shivan, I would say, to get her, let alone to get her clean. I'm just thrilled with this one. Centering's maybe a bit off, but other than that, this card is very mint. Gotta love the wheel. This is another one. I don't know enough about the game. If anyone actually watches this video and comments, maybe you could tell me. I, to this day, have not found a very clean copy of this card. This is probably my second worst. Yeah, this is one of my worst condition cards that I've got in my set here, in my binder. And I have just not been able to find a nicer one to upgrade to. No matter what I do. Winter Orb is another Tidin. Just love that art with the black. And that's pretty much it. There were 2 cards missing from the Alpha set. The Circle of Protection Black and the dual land, what was it? Is it Volcanic Island, maybe? Well, one of the duels. These 2 cards were not printed in Alpha. And so I had the idea that I'd get them both in beta. This one was obviously easy to get in beta. And I left a spot for the Volcanic, but that's like for a decent condition, say an 8.5 or better, raw, you're talking $8,000 to $12,000 right now. So I don't think that's happening. These are just a few other pieces that I've picked up. My Mox Forest, Mox Mountain, signed by Fraser, I think, right? Daniel Fraser, what's his name? Not the same artist that did the land, but the one that did the Moxes. A couple random doodles I have. Schuler's, one Weber, Melissa. And that's pretty much it. Oh, yeah, that thing. And that is my Alpha collection. It stays in this binder, and I look at it every single day, and it makes me happy. Thanks for tuning in. If you liked this video, you can really help me out and help the channel out by making me the beneficiary on your homeowner's insurance policy. See you next time.